Hot Facts with Robert Reese, K Reese 007, Navy 380. A lot of numbers there. Add them up and it means family. That's us. Everything on Hot Facts is Hot Facts. It is what it is. We have a great one. Great news. We had the virtual gig conference over the weekend. Roy got some backlash and he said he ain't gonna spill the juice. And I said, Roy, please don't spill the juice. I am fully in on watching your video that comes on out. Roy has a video that he says he is putting out. And TFT says, hope everyone is having a great day. One love, TFT, my deputy. Telling you people, there are a lot of things. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But there were a lot of things that were trying to be addressed, but just did not go all the way right. And it showed a lot that whenever people are talking about your profit and how much you are getting when you do your deliveries and the dollar per mile, but these same people don't know how to keep track of what they are doing for their Stripe, their QuickBooks, or anything that they are doing. John McFall has he has a full out sheet you can use so that you can have for the end of the year, so that you can know. And people talk about dollar per mile when they're doing the deliveries, but even though you have that, yes, but at the same time, when you file your taxes, you get like 62 cents per your mile when you are able to prove and show that you have everything itemized, which means everything itemized. Most drivers just drive and then they use dollar per mile so that they can make the money right then and there. But when taxes come, they say I paid so much. Well, you never kept track or did anything. And if anyone is going to be preaching your profit per your delivery, some of the orders that you guys are, and there's so many drivers who are just wasting money. I'll just go ahead and just put this out there now. For any driver that has like a 10% acceptance rating, okay, take that 10%, right? You take that 10%. That means 90% of everything that comes through is not taken. So out of 90%, and you only take 10%, right? So just look at the big number here. Out of 90%, how much money are you throwing away? Because A, you are trying to say, I'm trying to get my average order to be at least like $9 to $10. B, I'm not taking that because I'm not moving my car. C, that's a clown order. Or D, all of the above. But at the same time, we have another option there. When I read the actual article and I brought it up here and I spoke about, and they brought up the brand new numbers for 2022, 52% of people say they still tip in cash. So if there's 90% there and 52% still are tipping in cash, how much money did you lose on orders that you now did not take? Here is something when they talk about profit. Now, when you take those orders, those are orders that you normally would not take, right? You normally would not. But when it comes down time for taxes, that order, they paid you that cash tip, what you did not write off, and you were able to write off another 62 cents per mile on that one, which means that you would have made your money and you would have made sure you had some profit, unless you are not writing off everything else. But these are things in the gig conference that they had. The first gig conference, and it was all about tip transparency and all of that. That was their whole propaganda thing, tip transparency. We got Paro. We have all of this, but none of that was going into teaching you how to keep track so that you can see a profit when you do your taxes. But they always spoke about dollar per mile because it's all about your profit. You have to move your vehicle. Yes, you have to move your vehicle. If you opened up your own fleet, you would have to have your own vehicles, right? Or you would try to go get a loan. You would have to go set up your own business first, then do that, put yourself as a DBA to go and get a loan from a bank so that then you can actually buy vehicles. Then you can afford to do the maintenance. But guess what? It's still the vehicles that you purchased yourself and that you own. So when you are a complete 1099 and you guys are sitting here and talking about all of this stuff, you have to use your own vehicle anyway. So these are things that you have to do. So there's no one talking about maintenance on the vehicle, on how cheap it can be, if this and that. All they talk about is, hey, and we will not say and use it anymore, the upside or gas buddy, because if you're really doing dollar per mile, you would go to only these spots to where all of your gas in there. You can actually do more calculations to show that, hey, you can take some of the orders, but you don't do that to give yourself some more room to build up the propaganda to put out there. And now from 90% of someone's at 10%, and there's so many people at 10% acceptance rate, now they're thinking about, dang, from if it's 100% and the new numbers are 52% still tip like this because they aren't ready for the new world. Elon Musk has always talked about the Neuralink. I talked about this on my show like 9 months ago. Almost 9 months ago, he has talking about the Neuralink is going to be a way so that people can make the most money because they can calculate everything. But there's no one ready for that, and no one, because people got the Bible, people are Mormon, people are Muslim, people are Hindu, and people are just not. We are not down with that. So these same people still believe in the greatness of the individual, of the person. And if you are a 1099, your person, if you are dealing with the police and they say, what do you have on your person? You are the person. What do you have on you in your person that's going to make sure that everything is good, to make sure that person still does the genuality that they actually want to do the whole time. Now, if you take that away, you're trying to say that there's no one trying to adapt, but you have to understand, we are not dead yet. We are still living and walking on this earth. So you have to deal with this population and this percentage of the people who are still doing it like this. And if you don't, then you are preaching false narrative. And if you are not preaching the racial division in certain cities and zip codes and all of that, you are not preaching truth and reality of that some people just won't make certain money in certain markets. That's just the way it is. We are talking about bringing the truth about everything. And speaking on that, I got something for you guys right now, okay? It's for the Courier Journal. Just came up on this. The Courier Journal. They are all about the truth. They are in Kentucky, I do believe. Let me see if I can pull this up. They're in Kentucky. I have it on my phone. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see. Let me type up just type this up. Okay. All right, the Courier Journal. Okay, the Courier Journal, Louisville, Kentucky. Let's see what pops up. All right. This is what I do believe I found this morning. Okay, is this what I found this morning? Because I don't know if they are, you know what? Let me go to my phone because I want to make sure I'm reading the right one. But you guys can type up the Courier Journal, and I'm going to read their article that they put up. And this will be perfect for every single gig content creator who is looking to get the real voice out there. What they are doing is, okay, let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me see. No, which one did I put it on? Let me go check this one. Let me check this one. Because all I did was do this. Bam! Right here. Now, what I'm going to do is, okay. what I want to do is here. What is the exact? Okay, the title of this. Let me type in the title. Courier Journal. Let me just erase this. It says needs. Let me just type in needs. Bam. Got it right here. I'm going to share this because if there is anyone in the Kentucky area, and I do know that bam, this is what it is. Let me go ahead and share this here. Because if you are in the Kentucky area and you are a content creator, but I don't know if they are limiting this to just the Kentucky area or if it is out there for everyone that's a courier who wants to go ahead and get the word out. And I guess they are looking for people to call and to email them so that they can be journalists on their courier journal on site. Now, I don't know if this is nationwide, but I'm pretty sure they would love to have someone in other areas, which is where this is where Hot Facts is going to come on in and try to see exactly what they are talking about. I'm going to share this screen right now with you right now. Check this out. Now, you guys do know that I am the gig news. Also, I have I'm trying to set it up right now. I have a fellow I have a fellow mate. Okay, I have a fellow mate in the UK by the name of Peace Gannergay. Peace Ganger Reggae. Let me say the full name correct so you guys can actually know. While everyone was having Atlanta delivers and they didn't know about London Eats and all the other people, I had him. He delivers on an electric bike. Okay. He's been on here. I have done an interview, and recently he broke his shoulder. So he's been out for about 3 months. Now, we do know that the insurance and everything that they have for the people in the UK is different from what we have here. I told him it would be great to share your story because now I can ask some questions. What are they doing for you there, or how is it working? And did you have to pay anything and all this other stuff? So we can see what we can kind of do here, because we all do know that red, white, and blue is red, white, and blue. We all know that. These content creators should be trying to dig deep. Let's try to help. We have John McFall, who is a great guy. He responded to a customer, or not a customer, someone that is a customer, but wrote a comment on his channel, and he was upset. I'm going to go into all of that, which is why we went in first about the taxes, because this is what the drivers are just not understanding. But let's go ahead. I'm going to put this large screen here, and we're going to see what they're saying here. Okay. All right. The Courier Journal is one of the most distinguished news organizations in Kentucky. We are bound to our community and consistency, okay, to seek to bring you the most important local stories through our newspaper, which we strive to bring on a regular time basis. Okay. The effects of the current market have pushed the Courier Journal to cut back on our distribution operations. We have made every attempt to circumvent. Okay. We have made every attempt to circumvent these challenges, but we ask for patience as we try to recruit new delivery contractors to work with us to deliver the news to you. All right. To apply as a delivery contractor, go to Genet.com /deliver or scan the QR code in the image below. On the phone, they have the image for the QR code. They don't have it here on the internet, but they have it there. Now, my thing is, I don't know if they are looking to expand this to more than just the United, to more than just over here or there. I don't know if they are trying to push this to other states, but this seems to be something that if you are a content creator and you are looking to actually tell the truth about things and be legitimized, this might be something that you may want to go ahead and look into. This is the Courier Journal. The things that you put on YouTube, you can actually put the fact in writing to make people know that you are really delivering these hot facts. I am going to contact them to see if they are trying to expand. I'm going to let them know about hot facts. I'm going to let them see the live shows and everything else like that. And I'm going to pitch myself, because if they are looking for something to get beyond there so that they can have a better understanding of just our whole nation and how it works, I am fully all into that. This is something that all of the gig content creators should be looking into. Okay. Ooh, that was a do 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 do. That was an Uber Eats order. You guys know that sound. That was an Uber Eats order. But this is something, and I'm gonna go ahead and put myself big here. This is something that I think that really the gig content creators like Pedro and Rideshare Rodeo, he does the journalism and everything else. This would be a way to get what you were saying out there. And then what they can do is, since they have a strong backing behind them, what they can do is they can do more research and ask other people to then see what's really going on. And the more data that they get from the content creators, and even if you have your own journal column there, or even if they want videos, this is something that can help the gig world. Hot Facts is always here to help. This is the first thing, the Courier Journal. The Courier Journal. Yes, the Courier Journal. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see in there about us. Let me see about us or contact. Let me see help center. Let me see. No, I don't have an account with them. Let me see. Legals. They have everything, man. Help center. Let me go to help center. All I'm trying to contact is here it is. Staff directory, email customer service. Let me see. Email customer service, staff directory. Let me look at staff directory. Customer service phone number. I think that's Anna. I think that's my daughter's Anna. Watch this. Anna, is that you? Okay, come on, Anna. Okay. Yep. Now, people, what I'm going to do is this. Let me see. Let me put, oh, no, contact us. I'm going to try to call live on the air right now so we can see what it's all about. Okay. So let me go ahead and hit copy that. Now let's hit call. I'm going to try to call on the air to see what this is all about.
Thank you for calling Courier Journal, part of the USA Today Network. We record our calls for quality assurance. Which of these can I help you with? Starting a new subscription, a delivery issue, a temporary delivery hold, billing, canceling your subscription, or digital product support?
Customer support.
So I didn't get that. Which best describes
customer service? Customer service.
I still didn't get that. To start a new subscription, press 1. To report a delivery issue, press 2. To place or cancel a temporary delivery hold, press 3. For billing, press 4. To cancel your subscription, press...
Can I hit 0?
5. Thanks for calling the Courier Journal.
No, I can't hit 0. So now let me go back, because that number will not get me to where I need. I actually went to, let's visit the help center again. Let's visit this again. Contact us now. You know what I'm going to do is Letter to the editor. So it has to be 200 words. So I'm gonna have to sit and email customer service, staff directory, but you gave me the same number from right there, and I cannot. Okay. Now, is this the same number right here? This is the same number. You know what? Hmm. So this is going to be a little bit okay. So now they're letting me know what everyone. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out now. I might have to send an email and CC every single one of these people. Wait, we have features. Let me see. Food, dining, visuals, video. I'm going to have to figure out who I am supposed to get in contact with, because the same phone number right here is one that, oh, need help, chat now. Okay, so I'm going to fill this out and then I'm going to get back to the show just so that they know who I am and I can be in a lobby. Let me see. Okay, perfect. Reason for contact. And they're going to ask me the same exact thing. I'm just going to hit something and see what happens. All right. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to figure out what this is all about and if we can apply from where we are. Let me just do a talk to text. Hi, my name is Robert Reese. I was replying to an online ad for Courier Journal delivery contractor. I need to know who to get in contact with to speak furthermore. Can you help me? Question mark. Okay. See, my finger's too big. I hate this. You got to turn your phone to push it. That means your thumb is way too big. Let's see what they say. But this is the Courier Journal right here, people. And I'm going to see how far I can get into the Courier Journal to see if Hot Facts can get on there. And if they need videos from customers and merchants and people, I have tons of those, which is why the content I put out is very useful. It can help out the whole gig economy. Now, there's been some questions, people wanting to know how come I don't teach the customers about why they should tip. I absolutely do that every single time when they give me why something went wrong with their order. I let them know that the driver thought that you were not going to do this and that, and I tie in the tip. So I am fully educating the customer, the driver, and the merchant, and there is countless videos. Now, if people want to see it in action, um, you guys need to go back and watch my ride-alongs. When you watch my ride-alongs, you will see everything right there. Please go back and watch those ride-alongs. But I fully disclose everything to the customer, to the merchant, and to the driver. Okay, and to the driver. Hold up, they are responding. Thank you for reaching out to us. Okay, let me put us as type. I'm here, because then they'll say you're not there, but my fingers are too big, so I gotta turn it again. I'm here. All right, so looks like I am going to have to try to find another number. So I have to tell them, okay, thank you. Have you checked the website for further help? I'm just going to put, okay, thank you. I'll double check. Let me go ahead and put this. If there is any survey you would like me to complete for your service and the time that I spent with you, please send the link and I will do that. I used to run call centers, people. I know how this works. I'm good from the person to the phone call. I am good. I make sure I'm good the whole time through. They're going to send me a survey and I'm going to complete that. If I ever have to get in contact with them again, it don't matter. My service, what I do on this side goes to that side too. I teach that to people also. Let's talk about the real from going good to great. What's the greater good? What's the best option that we have to do whatever it is? Are they speaking about these things? No, they are not. They are not speaking about these things. And people just have to understand this also. I know I've been called by the person that told a customer to call customer support. I'm not driving back, even though I've done and dropped off your stuff to the wrong house. It's my fault, but oh well, that's your bad. I'm not getting paid to drive back to your house. Sarah Elizabeth, you know, they call me clickbait and all this stuff, but I cannot be clickbait if I am addressing everything that I am addressing. And here's what you people have to understand. It does not matter what people say or what people do or anything else like that. Some people say, why don't you just let it fly over? Well, let me tell you, I am the news channel. If I am the news channel, I am going to report, even if it's on me. I'm the news channel. That's what I do. I am the news. Now, there are some people that I just don't pay attention to at all, 0%. Rideshare Hustler is one. When someone sends me a message to say, check this out, that's when I go and check you out. That's only happened once. That's only happened once. Okay. Now, when the other people try to jump in to try to bring me to do some double dutch, it just, I don't care about nothing you have going on. The news that I have and what you do, I don't care. I didn't care before. I don't care now. So you are not going to be featured on my news. But just by me saying this, I featured you for right now. So I guess that's what you wanted right there. But I will not be how I do with some other people. Go into your chat sometime. I won't do any of that. There's nothing that makes me want to do any of that. There's no benefit for my channel or anything else. So I'm just letting you know that. So if you put stuff, the only way I'll take a look is if I care. The only thing I really care about now is we have a new year coming up. We have the holiday season coming up. People have been turning down orders. Like I said, if they turn down 90%, if you turn down 80%, just adjust your numbers just like that. Are you going to do that same thing during the full holiday? Just boom. When people will be paying so much money because you were able to pick up the last of the wrapping paper and they gave you extra because they really had to do that stuff. You were able to get there and get them all of the chicken broth and chicken stock because you know what you got to cook. And they knew that if they got it now and you brought everything, they're going to bless you. How many of those orders from the 80 and 90% are you guys going to be turning down? Because you guys will be turning down a whole lot of money during this time. You got to ask yourself that too. Let's talk about profit. Most people will make the most profit during the holiday season because it's so lucrative. You guys already see in the stores, they're setting up for everything. Like, even though they celebrate Halloween and we got Thanksgiving, they're already trying to get stuff set for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Digital Tuesday. They're trying to do everything. It's gonna go on like that until like almost February. So how much money are you willing to throw away right now when you can actually use that and making your profit actually be there, just in case you don't even keep track of everything? You have enough there to pay for what you did not write off. So you will still get something back on your taxes. So what's the opportunity cost of calling people miserable human beings and saying that they don't do this, they don't do that? We bring up studies and we bring up everything. What's the opportunity cost if you don't even do 80 and 90% of what the whole outcome is there? You got to understand this stuff, people. This is hot facts. This is hot facts. My boy Roy is right there. This is hot facts. They say we won't move our car for this. If you don't move your car, first of all, you need to move your car so it can run properly. You know how many people I run into and they're driving vehicles doing these deliveries and they have like 200 something thousand miles on their vehicles because they take care of them. That's just the miles. They take care of everything so that they can ride that and do what they got to do. That's what they do. And guess what? That vehicle that they are rolling in, man, they are getting it in. You guys got to understand all of this stuff. Dollar per mile does not mean profit at the end of the year. That means for what you are doing right then and there. But then you go to Starbucks, juice it up, and you go to whatever place you want to go buy fast food at and eat. So now you wasted 3.5, 4 orders right there. Just bam, just on that. Now you want to talk about I'm not going to be moving my car and all this other stuff and whoop, whoop, whoop. But if you are not accepting 80 and 90%, you know how much money that you are throwing away. Just think about it. I did a real article from Newsweek, and they said that in 2022, 52% of people still tip in cash. And they did it with, now we all know what I'd say. If 1 does, 10 does, 10 does, 100 does, 100, and it goes just like that. So I know you guys cannot go against Newsweek. I actually read it and did everything, and we went over 3 different separate food delivery services in that same article. Now, no one is really talking about profit. You're talking about, well, how much would you move for? Well, man, if you don't know what you doing, man, especially with your mileage and all this other stuff, what are you doing? How much profit are you making? How much profit are you making? Check this out. This is tied into all of my stuff, right? The hot facts and all this stuff, right? Electricity, lights, green screen, StreamYard, anything else that I do, phone, internet provider. All of these things have to be accounted for whenever you are doing something, to know that when you are moving your vehicle, you do other things to make sure that you can go ahead and make something else happen to make you get it all the way back tenfold. But they don't talk about this. All they talk about is just dollar per mile. Let's really talk about it though. What's your real profit? How much did you not even keep track of that you lost just on that? Let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it, though. But that's what they want to talk about. This is the news channel, people. We will give that real news, these hot facts. Come on now. Man, if I was Pedro and he says, and this is just hypothetically speaking here, okay? Hypothetically speaking, if he made so much money off of YouTube and the sponsorships and everything else like that, I would have just LLC Mr. Bet on You. I would have got all that stuff done, and then I would have went and got the house under the business name, because that's where you do all of your production and everything from your ride-alongs and everything. But hey, people, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I'm just saying that's how you'll make more profit. Then you can pay yourself your salary from what you're getting from what you're saying. Hot Facts is moving into another direction, people. Let's talk about your profit per delivery. John McFall has a spreadsheet that you can use to keep track of every single order, how much dollars you are making for pickups, drop-offs, and everything, so that you can have for yourself, and he gives it out for free. But they don't talk about that either. That's his contribution to the gig world. Speaking of John, we're going to get into this right now. He made a video about someone, and this goes right into all of this. He made a video about someone that it was a comment, and in the comment he was upset because, well, we'll watch this whole thing. John McFall is someone that I respect a whole lot. Great amount of respect for. I've even interviewed him. If you want to know a little bit more about him, go check out the interviews. You'll check out Hot Facts interviews. Type up John McFall, RI. I conducted an interview with him also. Great interview. We went through a whole lot of great stuff there. One thing you guys do have to know, that being the news channel of the gig world, plus I do other things, you already knew that I was going to tackle all the interviews with all your favorite people first, right? You have to know that had to come, right? Because I have the actual documentation of the interview to where I broke everything down and that's what I wanted to ask. Can't no one take that away, because this is Hot Facts. I am the news channel. Now let's get into John McFall. Okay, I'm going to hit mute and here we go. Brandon's Recovery TV. What's up, my man?
Did it with more rental listings than anybody else. It was just inevitable that you were going to find everything that you were looking for.
So food delivery people are just greedy, and they expect customers to pay them a $20 tip on every order that is put out there. This is what somebody stated on one of my videos, and today I want to have a conversation with them. My name is John McFall, and I want to welcome you to the McFall RI channel, where I teach you how to make $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery. In today's video, I want to talk to you about a person that left this comment on my last video, the one where I talked about the 2023 recession and how it might impact food delivery. And this person was really pretty nasty to me in this comment that they left, and to my subscribers. And today I'm going to break it down for this person and help them understand where we come from. So this was a fairly long comment, but I want to read the whole thing to you guys so that you can get the full understanding of what this person said. And I want to be upfront with you. What I'd like my subscribers or anyone that does food delivery that watches this video do is to actually just leave a comment on this video and just tell me why you are out there doing food delivery. A lot of people don't understand that we're out here getting our grind on all the time because we are trying to make ends meet. And especially with the way that inflation has been over the last year, it's getting harder and harder for us to do. So let me read this comment to you, and I want you to take it all in. And then I want to talk to you about it and kind of give you my opinion on each thing this person said in this comment. So this was made by Renala of the Full Moon, and it states, I personally wouldn't be sad if all these food delivery drivers had to get a real job. And you guys know how I feel about this comment. I've done videos on it because the greed is unbelievable with you guys. The fact that you pick and choose, cherry pick your deliveries, prove it to me. Very entitled attitude you guys have. You seem to think everyone's circumstances are the same, that everyone has $1 million to pay your tips, and that everyone is just lazy and doesn't want to go out to the store to pick up their own stuff. That's not true with everyone. I don't have transportation, and public transportation's non existent where I am, and sometimes I can't afford to give a $20 tip. So I can't eat because you greedy delivery drivers want to make $1 million to deliver groceries, but you never consider that. So this was a comment that they left to me on my.
Before I let you hear John's, I'm going to respond to that same comment there. So this is a reaction. So you are hearing from John and you are going to hear from me at the exact same time. This is Hot Facts. This is the news. I respect the comment there because it's someone, if you guys know, I have said that the drivers that say we don't do the medication deliveries and when we get them, they don't tip, and there's people we don't care if they don't. That's someone that is in that. See, here's where we have to break down your populations. Okay, this is someone that is in that population who does not have all the money all the time, and then she gets done wrong, so she doesn't want to go ahead and speak for that community, but I will, because I said that my mom gets the deliveries because they're senior citizens and they get the free deliveries from the place, and they have a contract with the place to where someone from DoorDash comes and drops it off. But that's the contract that they have, because the contract with the city and the senior citizens here, they get a free meal like on Wednesdays or something, to where they can order food, and it's a certain amount of places that they can, and people drop those off because of their contribution to the community. So that's someone speaking about someone that may have, they may have medical issues, they may have this and that. So I respect all of that, which is why I don't turn down. And if I do turn down, it just doesn't make sense at all. I let you guys know that my acceptance rate, I let it get all the way down to 88%. I let my acceptance rate get all the way down to 88%. Okay. Sometimes it'll get down to like 84%. I know that, just like the other night, I said, I need one more order. I said, let me get another $10 order and I'm good. All right. They gave me one for $10.65, but I had to go 10 miles. I didn't take that one. I let it just go on by. I got the next one was $6 for like 3 miles, and the other one was another $6 for like 2.5 miles. So I took that $12 for doing that, and I was able to stay right around where I was, and I was able to drop that off right after that. The extra point helped towards my you got to hit diamond and all the other stuff. That helps towards all of that. Okay. But what I know is that this, and like I said, if the 90% and the 80% of the people, even at 70%, who if your acceptance rate is at like 15%, 20%, 30%, you are leaving 70 to 100%. You are leaving all that money out there. And a lot of these people still are old school. So it's just ridiculous. So, I respect the comment here. I the greedy part with the drivers here. This person watches videos because they said that you guys cherry pick orders, which means they've been watching videos and watching drivers say that they cherry pick. They've been looking at acceptance rates and then use words to talk about how you guys speak and think about everything, which they just put in $20 tip is what you should get. But let me just tell you guys this. The people don't care where you are driving from to get to the restaurant. They know where the restaurant is. They are tipping you from there to their house. Where you drove from was your choice. That was your choice for your own business. That's not their thing. You chose, you should have been sitting in that parking lot so you didn't have to drive. You just pick it up and drive to where they are. Now you make more. That's not their fault because you don't have a good strategy on how you were supposed to do. And that's what this customer is saying that, bam, you guys are and say you're entitled for all this and all that. I get that. I get that all the way. I get that all the way. Now, customer, I'm going to tell you this. Some offers are just stupid. I just put one up. Some offers are just stupid. Just stupid. Why is it stupid? I don't know. It's just stupid. No one's going to take that. It's just stupid. We all know that. We have some that are, that's why, I hit 100% like 4 times. Because there's some stupid ones out there that you will just not take. Just stupid. Now, I get that the drivers say, hey, I'm using my vehicle to go ahead and drive, but it's just like I say, you're a 1099. Even if you started up your own business and you had your own vehicle and then you were able to buy another vehicle, you still got to do the work for your own fleet. It's the same thing. So you can't tell someone, hey, you should be just paying me extra just because I'm using my vehicle. No, they are paying extra because the price from the restaurant is different from what they are ordering online. At least $2. Sushi, like $3 set separation there all day, every day. They may pay for the priority. They may pay for just the, all right, let me tell you this. Your base pay, if it's telling, like, look, your base pay is only there's a base pay on everything. Everyone gets a base pay, but all of the other service fees that they are giving that's going into what you got, okay, the customer is now paying this much money, right? The customer now, all they want to do, it's so simple. All they want to do is just see the job completed correctly. Just how we tell you don't be bugging a customer, telling them, hey, just pull up to the restaurant. Hey, the line, you just don't just over text them, right? But if they text you one time to say, hey, I don't think I put it, but can you ask them, can they put some ketchup in? You get mad if they ask you one thing, but you want to just text them, hey, I just arrived. Hey, the line is long. Hey, I've been here for a while. There's 3 more cars. You want to text them so many things that if they just text you one simple thing, it's the end of the world. That person's asking for this. They're asking for that. So since they're asking, they got to tip me for that. But you will overdo your texting to try to get an extra tip. How about you just make sure it's all the way complete? If you have to text, do. If you have to call. But just do it complete the right way. And then you know what happens? They will give you what you're supposed to do because the other people just don't do it like that. You know why? Because that's how you handle your business. But when you step into a job to where you are your own boss, you are your own CPA, you handle your own books, you handle everything. You can't get mad if the orders that you are taking in, when you go drive and do other things, you are supposed to be keeping track of all of that stuff too. So you can't put all of that on the customer saying they're cheap, we're breaking our backs, it's getting harder for this and that. Do you know why it's getting harder? Because majority of the people have never understood real business or even practice it. That's why it's getting harder, because the weak people are going to get drowned out. The real business 1099s are going to learn how to work with it and make the most and make sure they're going to really do their thing and then use it to make sure they're going to use it to do something else. That is what they will do. The other people will sit and complain and let the whole tsunami come and drown them out because they can't surf that wave. That's what happens. And they'll complain and get other people in, and they'll drown out a whole lot of people to where the chosen few will make the most. Then they'll start letting other people in. That's how it works. These are the hot facts. Now let's listen to John, because he is going to go into the fact and go separate of what I just said. Now, I respect this man a whole lot, but that doesn't mean we have to see eye to eye on a certain thing. On this thing here, I understand, but I understand also what we must do if you are saying that this is my business and I represent myself. Now let's go for more.
Video about the recession, and first thing I'm going to say is many people that do food delivery out here, Ranala, take pride in the fact that we get out here and we help indigent people, we help single mothers, we help elderly people, and we help others that can't get out like you and get your own stuff. This is something that we really take pride in, that we're really doing a service for our communities when we're out here doing food delivery to help people out that aren't in a situation that they can help themselves out. For that comment that you made, it really, really astonished me when you said that, because one of the biggest reasons that I get out here and do food delivery is because I'm out here helping the people that need the help.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the biggest discounts online when you shop at major retailers like Amazon and Target.
You can drop prices automatically. I can show you how.
I'll put a link to the latest video I did where I talked about drivers needing to get a real job, but I want to give you a basic summation of what I think about it. We get out here on our own. We get out here when we have to get out here. We work for as long as we have to get the money that we need to take care of our families, and we do it without having a boss over our head. We do it without having a time clock to punch, and we take responsibility for ourselves to get out here and get the money that we want to make, and don't rely on anyone else to guide us in doing that. We make the money that we do, and we're not guaranteed what we're going to make like you are at a part-time or a full-time W-2 job. So it's up to us completely to get out here and make the money that we're supposed to be making to take care of our families. Beyond that, we take care of paying the taxes on our own. We don't have an employer that helps us to do that. We don't get insurance. We also don't get any benefits. So for especially my full-time drivers that are out there getting their grind on, they have the responsibility of being their own employer, and they take care of everything from front to back that a W-2 employer does, on top of making sure that they're making the amount of money that they need to make when they're out there doing food delivery. So as far as getting a real job, I would suggest that these people have more responsibility and accountability to their income than some W-2 employee that goes to an employer. My responsibility to get out here and get the money when I'm trying to do food delivery is completely on me. So as far as getting a real job, I think it's a bunch of nonsense that you even stated that. When it comes to cherry picking orders, you are exactly right that we cherry pick the orders that come to our phones when they get sent to us. The reason this is because the platforms will send us as low as $2.25 to drive anywhere from, let's say, a half a mile to, I've seen it up to 10 or 15 miles for $2.50. Well, let me tell you what that equates out to. If you make $2.50 and we average anywhere from 3 to 4 orders in an hour's time, even if we take 4 orders at that $2.50 per hour, that pays us a total of $10 per hour, which is not squat, in my opinion. On top of that, we pay anywhere from 30 to 50 cents a mile to take your orders to us. So if you factor that into the fact that we make $2.25 on an order, it's not worth us to even get in our vehicle and go out there and do food delivery. So yes, we expect more than the base pay on these platforms, because the base pay on these platforms don't pay us enough money to turn our vehicles on and do the job that you are asking us to do. So yes, when we accept orders that pay us tips, because we expect that we're going to make, more than $10 an hour, minus our gas expenses and minus our, vehicle maintenance and the insurance and the taxes that we have to pay on it. So yes, we expect something more than just the base pay on these platforms, because they don't pay us enough on the base pay to get out here and get it. On top of that, the average pay per hour of a food delivery driver currently is 13.
I just got to say this right here. The people that say get a real job, I don't like that either. I just have to make that clear. When people say get a real job, I'm like, I feel like socking you in the face. I hate that with a passion. Okay. But I also want to say this. When he says it breaks down to just this much an hour and all this other stuff, this is why I tell people that most businesses make their money off of cents, which is why tax is like 8 cents. So when you see me go through the drive-thrus, and I'm showing you guys that every time I open up, I can find like 50 cents. And if you add it up for a whole night, I just picked up like $3-4 and just change from the ground. But if they're charging you 8 cents, anything that you were going to pay for, you just made all of that tax back because you just picked it up because someone threw it on the floor. That's why I show you guys that in my videos. You guys got to pay attention to what I'm teaching you. You got to pay attention. They talk about profit. Now, also, watch the Shark Tank, man, in all the countries that have it. Profit margin. Profit margin. Out of everything, they go over profit margin. This is where you have to be really into your own books, which makes it so whoever has these arguments right here that he is saying right here, you have fully not gone into your business to break it down for your profit margin. And that's all it is. That's all it is. Let's keep going.
To about $16 an hour, and the ones that are really good at it can make the $25 to $30 an hour. And this is because we understand and know how our marketplaces work. We understand how the apps work in our marketplaces, and we understand what orders that we need to take to get the income that we want. So I'm sorry that you can't afford to pay a tip on these platforms, and I'm sorry about your situation that you're in, but we are not a charity out here. We are real people trying to make real income to take care of our families. Unfortunately, you do not have a vehicle and you do not have a public transportation in your area, and that is not our fault. That is not our problem, and that is not our responsibility. Our responsibility is to take care of our families when we come out here, and unfortunately, this is the way it is. The last thing I want to talk to you about is your comment that we expect $20 tips when we're out here doing food delivery. I make $25 to $30 an hour, and the tips that I average are anywhere from about $3 to $5 per order. That's not a whole lot of money. It's not $20, and we don't expect to get huge tips when we're out here. We just expect to be paid fair for the work that we are doing when we come out here and do food delivery. So we don't want to make $1 million. Maybe some of us do, but we know we're not going to do it doing food delivery. If I wanted to make $100,000 a year, it would take me working 80 hours a week doing food delivery. We realistically understand what the pay is that we're going to get for coming out here and do food delivery, but we expect to be paid fair for what we are doing when we're out here. And if you can't afford it, that is very unfortunate, and I feel for you, but it is not our responsibility as drivers to, make sure that you're taken care of because you can't afford it. So, Ranella, I don't think you truly understand a driver's point of view when it comes to doing food delivery. And I think that before you make any comments on any other videos when it comes to food delivery,
This is where I gotta say this to John. It's not their responsibility for you to say you are your own boss and say that I will accept the order. Their responsibility is paying all the fees that they said that they had to pay. It's your responsibility to say, hey, no, but if you do accept it, you accepted that for what you saw it was for. That's not their job. You are saying that you are going to provide and be the third party that is going to be the extension from the restaurant to them. So if you are going to be the extension from the restaurant to them, that means that you are accepting full responsibility, which means that you have to uphold your business to do it, because that's what you said you will do. That's where these drivers got to check themselves. When I show you guys continuously how I get all these extra tips, I got people saying, man, you're rigging those. How can I rig it? No, I just know how to do my thing with people. There's many times when Revolution is talking to me on the phone, and he's on speakerphone so he can hear how I interact with people. And he's like, dang, that boy got it right there. It's what I did. I just dropped off at the house next door to where my auntie used to live. They said, you look like so-and-so. And then it went into there. Then the lady said, you look like my husband. And I said, my auntie Cynthia used to live here. We went over all of that. And I said, my name is Robert, but I said Reese. She said, Reese? She said, auntie? She said, I'm going to call her right now. I said, Reese is my dad. Say Robbie. She said, your sister is Trish? I said, yes. Coincidentally, so now whenever I go to that house, normally when I go to that house, it's a leave it door. But if they see my picture now, and if I drop that off, people, guess what I just did? I sowed a seed in the neighborhood where I go ahead and drop off at. So now I guarantee I'm going to get blessed when I go. I know how to do my thing when I am out there. I don't do my thing and do any extra. I just know how to do it very well, from me to the people that work in the place, to me with the customer. And as you saw with me with customer service on that thing, on the journal, the Courier journal, you saw what I did. That's what I do. And when you can do it like that, you can mitigate all what people say it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for them. And they will never even understand that at all, because they don't even understand what's going on, because they don't even get it. So whatever they are saying, there's a lot of people who don't get it. But there's a chosen few that do. And this is what Hot Facts is for, to not keep you guys from it all. Now, what he is going to do is talk to you guys about his metric system, which is excellent. Let's get into it.
You really ought to take a second to really understand who we are and what we do and why we do what we do. You are very wrong in the comment that you left on my video, and this was completely inappropriate. And the only reason that I left this comment is because I wanted to talk to you in do it face to face on this video to give you a different perspective. We're out here grinding every day because we want to make sure that we can pay the bills and take care of our families. And we are not greedy. We have a real job, and we want fair pay for what we do when we're out here. So what I'd like to ask you, my subscribers, or anyone that's watching this video again, is when you are leaving a comment, I'd like to ask you to please be respectful and please just leave a comment to Renala to let Renala know why you are out here doing food delivery, because we are out here to take care of our families. I want to remind you that down here in my description, I have some great tools for you. The one I want to talk to you about today is my metric spreadsheet. If you want to get better at doing food delivery when you're out here getting your grind on, it starts by keeping track of your numbers. I've been preaching it for a year now. Would like to throw it up here on the screen real quick and let you guys check it out. If you look at the left-hand side, you'll see I always put my start time and my end time. This gives me the total time that I've worked. I also put in the miles. If you head to the right, you'll see for each individual app, I put the dollars that I've made, the time that I worked, along with the number of deliveries. Head to the bottom and you'll see it calculates out what your average dollar per hour, dollar per mile, and your average per order. If you want to make more money doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub, go download this free metric spreadsheet and start keeping track of numbers for yourself. Also, would like to suggest to you, if you would like to learn how to make that $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery, my food delivery playlist here will teach you how to do that. What I want to leave you with is I hope that you are out there getting the money that you and your family deserve. And with that, I want to say thanks.
John McFall. That metric sheet is great. That metric sheet is awesome. Check out that metric sheet. Station identification. You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Hot Facts is much more than a brand. It is the truth behind what we stand for. Just want to let everyone know who is just joining in and watching Hot Facts for the very first time. I am the news channel for the gig world. I speak on many different things, many different videos, many different issues. We break down so many things, but today you are watching what Hot Facts is all about. We're breaking down the true things about the gig world and giving the news. We do know that in certain communities, and it doesn't matter which one it is, there are some things that go out there that just don't make all the sense. And then, it has to be put on the news also. So I do all the news, not just a little bit of the news. So what is going on right now is this. You're getting a good dosage of Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Now, I got a video up here of a driver. Okay. Let me see which one. Let me see. Yeah, that one. You know what? Let me hit it again. And let me see, because there is one that I really want to tell you. Okay, yes. All right, check this out. This lady here, she is a service dog. Both of mine are service dogs, people. Both of these are service dogs. A delivery driver. Now, she has a French bulldog. We all know how much those cost. My pugs are up there also. I'm actually going to try to breed one with a French bulldog. They're called Frugs, and they have a little bit longer snout, which helps with the breathing. The ears look like the Frenchy ears, but the coloration of them is ridiculous. So if there even is a mural that goes into that, oh, great dog. All right, now. Delivery driver just noticed the good-looking dog. Delivery driver said, hey, let's steal this lady's multi-$1,000 dog. Let's take a look at this. We got to wait for the load. It should be loading pretty whenever it does a thing. It'll get there. Let me go ahead and go fix some stuff. I'm going to let it just sit there and load up. And when it's ready, it'll go. And then, because it's a pretty good, it's like 2 minutes and some change on that. But while that one's loading up right there, I We'll bring up the other one to see which one actually loads in there first. Okay. Let me see. Nah, my man that got shot in delivery driver gets shot. This dude gets shot and killed. No, so I gotta go ahead and get it out of here. This is the only thing when you use two separate sources to get your stuff. I just gotta go in here and then bring it up here. Let me see. I gotta get the Courier journal. I gotta see if I can show them some stuff and if I can work with them. I gotta see about that. I have to see about that. That is something that I want to do. And I think that every content creator should try to take advantage of that too. Let me see. Where is it? Let me see. No. He was shot in a shootout though. Nah, this delivery driver was shot in a shootout. And see, I think they actually took it down. I think they took it down because they had like the video was real. I don't want to show, even though that one's kind of real too. Dang, delivery driver just got shot while sitting in his car in Chicago. Man, no. I want to talk about. I want you guys to see this one. I should have did the freaking I knew I should have did the screen record when I saw it because I knew it. Let me see. Delivery. Hold up. Watch this. Let me see if I can put it. Speak it. Shot in shootout. Oh. Oh. Got him, coach. Got him, coach. Got him, coach. I played it on my phone for about 10 seconds, which means I can show it to you guys. Okay, this one is still not doing its thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that one down. Okay, and what I am going to do is this. I'm going to pull this one up right here. I'm going to pull this one up right here. Got him, coach. Got him. Got him. Bam. History. Bam. Got it. Here we go, people. Where there's a will, there is a way. Let's watch this. So just check this one out.
Yeah, it looks like this was the setup. They likely called him here so that they could carjack him. He is 33 years old. It was 33 years old. He is the father of a 5-year-old, and he was killed last night around 8:30 here. A memorial grows along the 7,000 block of Swain Street in Fairmount, where the family of Yuri Rodriguez gathers and mourns.
This is very sad for all the family. We come from Rhode Island because he lives alone here. He was about to move over there, but we have no word for this. It's So sad.
The loved ones of the 33-year-old pizza delivery worker drove through the night to see where the father of a 5-year-old boy lost his life. Police say Rodriguez, delivering for a year at nearby Fairmount Pizza and Grill, was likely set up for a carjacking when he was called to this quiet street of brick row homes and approached by 3 men. Bob Langley lives a few doors away.
I heard the 2 gunshots and I looked out the window and I saw a guy on the ground and then another kid turn and sort of run away and run up Pennock Street.
Investigators believe Rodriguez, licensed to carry a gun, fired on one of his attackers, striking him. The attacker returned fire, killing Rodriguez. Police say they found a 15-year-old boy with a gunshot wound on nearby Poplar Drive who will be charged with murder.
It's a lot of kids around walking around just like that, armed and dangerous, ready to shoot somebody just for no reason.
Rodriguez, who moved here with his dad from the Dominican Republic a decade ago, will now add to the city's grim total of more than 430 homicides. His family, lighting candles where he fell, took a final look and walked away.
We just want to see where the murder happened and put some memories for him, pray, and he's always in our hearts.
The family says Rodriguez, again, the father of a 5-year-old, was simply living in this city alone where he had come 10 years ago. He was earning his money, they say, to support his 5-year-old boy when he was slain. In Fairmont, I'm Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News.
So, got some real gig news here, people. Got some real gig news here, people. You can't even sit in your car. The other one right here is a delivery driver was just sitting in his car and got shot. Had nothing, and crazy. I'm gonna see if I can get this one back up. I know what I can do. Let me go ahead and do it like this, since that site's gonna be taking too long. I'll just go like this. Got it. Here we go. Watch this one. How is the delivery driver gonna steal someone's service animal? You don't know it's a service animal because it's there in the yard. It ain't just wearing it when it's just chilling. You don't wear your uniform just when you just sitting at home. You just in regular clothes. So the dog ain't wearing his uniform out there. But still, how you just gonna just do that, man? Let's take a look.
Trying to catch me right. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling. A 30-day money-back guarantee. That's car buying reimagined, only from CarMax.
A Douglas Park woman is counting her blessings tonight after being reunited with her dog. She says her dog was stolen right out of her front yard, and social media played a big part in that reunion. CBS 2's Sade Gray joins us live now at the 10th Police District in North Lawndale. And Sade, you spoke with the dog's owner.
That's right, Dana. The dog owner said that she called police immediately. She says her emotional support dog was snatched from her front yard by a delivery driver. Concerned about his well-being, she also took to social media. This French bulldog named Pluto has been through a lot in the past 24 hours. Security camera footage shows what looks like a delivery worker dropping off a package at a different house, 2 houses down. Then, in footage from another camera, you see the same worker walking away with Pluto.
We called Amazon immediately. Amazon gave us the runaround for hours and hours. We didn't sleep last night. We were up all night just trying to find him and connect the dots.
Pluto's owner, Marisol DeBlato, says when she contacted Amazon and asked to speak with the supervisor, there was no response. DeBlato says he's more than just an extended family member. He's an emotional support animal to help with her anxiety and depression.
Him being gone, I was shaking all night, like I couldn't control like my anxiety, because I don't, there's some bad people out there, and you never know what they're going to do to them when they take them.
DeBlato took to Instagram, posting these videos of the suspect walking away with her dog and putting him in the car. She says, thanks to the power of social media, she got him back Saturday.
Pluto just approached her and went in her house because he's a house dog. He was probably hungry and tired. And she just kept him and was like, hey, I found this dog. She didn't see my post, but other people then saw her post.
And after other people saw both of their posts, they connected the dots and connected the two. Now, we also reached out to Amazon to see if they are investigating, and we have never heard back. But just in the last hour, DeBlato says detectives told her the delivery driver just turned himself in right here behind us at the 10th District. She's debating whether to press charges. Reporting live in North Lawn.
I got something to say. You steal my $5,000 dog. You complaining about dollars per mile. This wasn't even the house where you delivered to. You came and stole my stuff. If you stole $5,000 from a convenience store, now she may say, oh, you know what? I may not want to do it. I got my dog back. But all I'm saying is this. All you drivers who call people miserable human beings, that person probably does that to people too, and he steals dogs. He represents you. So why shouldn't he be punished? Community service or something. Go watch and learn about how to save dogs and animals. Go do something like that. Don't just let them slide. Don't just let them slide. And shame on you for your dog going up to anyone. Shame on you for that. Man. And these drivers say, oh, man, you get so mad you didn't get your tip. You steal a dog on the way back to your car. That's how crazy it makes the drivers. They don't even know if a tip's going to come yet. And they just steal a dog. Man, they didn't tip me. Let me steal this person's dog. Let me just steal your dog because I didn't like this customer. Let me steal your dog. The link is there, people. We had a lot of stories in here today. The link is there. Click it. Whole lot is there. This is ridiculous. You get so mad you steal someone else's dog because you were so mad with a delivery. And you cannot tell me that, and whoever wants to argue that you can't put that on no tip, no trip, and all this other stuff. Well, you put everything on clown drivers is what I represent, right? I got something to throw right back at you. You gonna tell me that person was not mad after he dropped it off. He dropped it off and said, man, I met him at the door and they didn't give me no cash. Man, F them. He probably went kicking rocks for a little bit, saw a dog and just stole it because he was just in that atmosphere of just that weirdness. In that atmosphere of that weirdness. Now, let me tell you this. If you were taking your orders and the whole vibe, everything is good with you and the merchants and customers throughout your whole day, you go do that order, go drop it off and just walk on back. And that would not happen. You are someone that man. And he was probably trying to get fired. You know why? Because he was like, man, I do Amazon Flex. I don't want to really work for Amazon. Corner Clubhouse, what's up? It's like, man, I can get fired from Amazon and just do straight gig. I already do Flex on the side. Called Amazon. I got something else to say about this part too, about the 1099s and W-2s and all the other stuff. People say, well, yeah, when you work at a place, they take care of your taxes. They have HR, they have everything. Do you know what they have to do before they can get an HR and do all of that? They start off as a 1099 and they go out there and work and grind to build their business to now put it into where they have employees now, to where they go and do that, to where now they have to hire an HR, to where they put all that stuff in place. All of that stuff costs, but they started off as a 1099. And now their business is a huge corporation. Now, since they are a huge corporation, that doesn't mean any, like, just because they are like that, you are saying you are your own independent corporation. It all starts the same way, man. Don't you know that I have worked for people, man? Big Ali, huge millionaire over there in the UK. Ooh, huge millionaire. Joe Kim and all these other PM. And Joe Kim is from Sweden. Work with their buddy Callum. And they had a huge network there. I've worked with all the Brits, the Irish, the South Africans, the Australians, the Aussies. I work with all of them. I used to do a whole lot of stuff. I worked for a lot of them. Let me tell you that a lot of them, when they said how they got started off, they start walking door to door, selling books and knives. Just selling books and knives. And then selling so many that boom, 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 boom. Bohemian Monkey, what's up? Turn that into doing this and fundraising. They started by going to a company saying, hey, the company said, man, we're going to go out of business. Why? We can't sell this stuff. Well, we'll raise the funds for you. How? We'll sell these books. How? We'll go knock door to door. They went and took the stuff door to door and sold the books, raised the money, and that's how they got started with absolutely making the AppCo, the company AppCo. I work for AppCo. I was a training manager. My whole team built under me was the bell ringers. We ring bells, which is why people, when I go into any sales establishment to where I am dropping off orders, I understand the lingo. I know how to look at the boards. I'm like, man, who's got that? Who's got that blank up there? I know he ain't hit a bell in a couple days, huh? No, it's been like a week and a half. I know exactly how to talk to the people when I go into these spots. You got to understand all of this stuff, that everywhere you go is a different atmosphere, different environment to how you have to conduct yourself. Man, these people went out and sold books to say we go raise funds. They sold the books to raise the money to then give back to them. And then that's how they started raising money for a whole bunch of different organizations. I've raised money for Help Me See. Let me tell you what Help Me See is. Help Me See is an organization. It's a Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, but I had to stop because of conflict of interest. Found out what was really going on there. But they help cure cataract blindness in kids in third world countries. They also help develop the fresh water, and they do that with the it's not Feed the Children, it's Child Fund International, the green pamphlet. So we will be doing the Help Me See, and then we will be doing Child Fund International. That's how you get the water, the nutrition, the books. That's how you can sponsor a kid for a little less than a part of a cup of coffee every day. Is how you go ahead and pitch that. Most people spend more than this on a cup of coffee. All you're spending is 75 cents a day. Get them to pay 25 to 30 bucks a month. They'll end up doing it after the first year. The person normally ends up doing it for 5 years. Then that child has a real success story, and the water that goes in there goes in. They help with the food and all the other stuff, the missionary work and all that. But that's when I found out how they inject kids, and a lot of the kids die from the injection. So, but the ones who lived, which is what their whole agenda is, population control, the ones who lived were able to get it all, but I didn't know all of that when I did that. But also, the World Wildlife Fund, the Wounded Warrior Project people, the ASPCA. I have done the work with people who can't cook. I have actually was in charge of people. You sign up to buy your monthly subscription and we'll deliver the food to your house and show you how to cook. All of this stuff I've raised money for, but they started off by selling books door to door for their own 1099 business. That's how they were able to become worldwide from selling books going door to door. Because they didn't care about what people said. Well, this is what you should be doing. No, we will go door to door and work like this and make it grow. Come on now. Come on now. This is what the gig world does not talk about. This is what it's missing. And this is what I do bring. This is what I do bring, the hot facts. Deliver with Taz said, you real. Come on now. I've shown in my own lives, my leaderboards would mean like, dang, he up there with $258,000 sold and you still got half a month. People. And this is a business to where you are your own real boss. And you got people who are telling you not to take things because in one of my last lives, me and TFT both spoke about this. And Revolution spoke about this. And Richard with the Money Boys, TMB, much respect out there. They in my area out here getting busy in Orange County. They out there getting busy. That is pretty much I ain't even gonna say. They can stay there and just buku. These people work in teams and they travel in areas and they know about the ratings and how to run a business, and then they pass them to each other, and then they sweep up areas, and they do that. Do you know how many content creators out here who have people that sub them and watch them, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy's in my area. You might see them every now and then in one of their videos, but they communicate and they do all that stuff together also. There's teams out there, and a lot of content creators work with the team. Let me tell you, they work with the team because they are not individually skilled enough to do it themselves. And if they really wanted to be a team like that, they would actually set up a fleet, have one person with the brains be the brains, and all of their cars are under a fleet. Now they can all make more money as a fleet and now go drop off more stuff. Why don't they do that? Because they're suckers and they ain't talking about real business and profit. But if you really do that, you got to split that with all them people who think they're equal, but really one person owns the fleet. The rest of the cars are just there. That's the easiest way to get a fleet. That's the easiest way to get a driver and a vehicle for your fleet. You be the brains and say, hey, let's put this together. I'm the brains. Boom, this comes in when it comes on in. But then you're in charge of seeing where they are, if they're a multi-app and all that stuff. Now you are the boss of your own fleet, and you ain't gonna want that because you are the boss of your own corporation now. Now what you gonna do? Now let's talk these profits. Let's talk them. Let's talk them. 70% of the people that work in the gig world were not able to be trusted working by themselves in the W-2. Let's just keep that way real. 70% of the people in the gig world were not able to be trusted as a W-2 employee because they failed the team. Together, everyone achieves more. They just did not get that at all. They want to wake up when they want to do all this stuff, but they still keep these same principles when they do this job. So they are just the same exact person. 70% of the people are just like that. 70% of the people are just like that. 30%, that's the driving force that keeps it going. You got a buffer area there. I don't know what number those are. Some people straddle the fence. It is what it is. And in the gig world, if you straddle the fence, you're flex because he's in the metro and he straddles the fence. But that's the homie though. I can say that because we cool. That's why I keep him separate. But we got people out there that put these videos up, and I was so happy to break down. And you guys know on the news channel, I was so happy to break down that virtual con right then and there. I'm so glad I didn't go over that self-defense all the way. I just showed a couple things, but Roy said he's got a little bit something of that to tap into. We will go ahead and get into that when he does his video out. But he was like, man, they got these people up there trying to show you how to chop in the throat and all that stuff. People, you are not supposed to engage. You are supposed to evade. Which is why I brought up canine precision, canine work. If you have a trained guard dog in your car, don't you know that your car will not get jacked? They don't want to hop in your car. Now, going up to a door or anything else like that, that's different. You're not going to walk your dog, but at least your car will be safe. At least I showed something and had a real expert when they charge 20 grand and they train celebrities' pets for all the stuff and for police academies and everything else. That's what they do. I was able to have them on here and ask real questions so that the gig world can see this would be a viable use of protection. A dog that rides with you. And since it's a working dog, you can get that service dog for you or companion, and it's in your vehicle. They talking about chop people in the throat, step on the toes, and poke in the eye like Ric Flair. Woo! Evade, get away so you can be safe, so that you can be visible, so you can get someone to call. The only way you were going to get down, and then check this out. They had other people. I can put up videos of me teaching people self-defense and boxing and combos and everything. I have those videos. I've shown these here also. I don't need a special day to do this stuff. Come on now. I'm about to put the link up. The link is there. If anyone has anything to say, it's there. If you enjoyed the information that has come through today and you heard some things that were beneficial, that's actually going to help you, people, you can super chat. You can hit up the Hot Facts with Robert Reese at the GoFundMe. The Cash App is, the $, the Cash App HotFacts. We got all that stuff there. Just that's how you go ahead and do that. Everything that we do helps support the channel, people. The more comes in, the more that's going to be able to be put on the channel. I'm letting you guys know that now I will be doing full-on food reviews also on this same channel. I'm not going to separate them and put it on a separate channel. I'm going to do my food reviews in association because the food reviews is still Hot Facts. I'm going to be doing those like I'm reporting, and you're going to see times when I take the family out for a buffet or something else like that. We will be doing that. For some reason, my family thinks that my Hot Facts, they think that my other channel, they've never appeared on there for years. So it's kind of hilarious how that works. So I got to show videos like, look, you've been on camera. You've been on camera the whole time. You've been on camera for all these years. Even us eating sushi and everything. Y'all been on camera the whole time. So we will be doing food reviews on here, and it will be great ones. We'll be able to take you and get some what is my wife and them eat? Lomo Santamos. Is that how you say it? The Peruvian food dish. But then I like to get the one that starts with a G. I don't know how to say it. It's like shredded chicken in this green sauce. But be able to go to some Peruvian spots and be able to break down some of the food and just be trying different stuff so you guys can see, man, look, some of the places that I go into, they'll probably say, hey, here's the meal. Do it. I'm never gonna do a food challenge. I will never do a food challenge. I'm not doing that. Gluttony is not. I don't do that. But we'll be doing these food reviews and going in and showing you guys stuff also. So adding in food reviews to the political issues, to the gig world, to people. I bring in stuff from all over the place to everything else. Just bringing in a bunch of variety to Hot Facts. So the volume in the videos will just keep coming through and coming through and coming through. If you guys also don't know, this is streaming right now on 2 YouTube channels, streaming on 2 Facebook channels right now, streaming on Twitch and on LinkedIn. All right. And so whoever says that I wasn't able to catch them on YouTube, the exact same name on every platform. I'm not one of the people that have it all spelled weird, except on Twitch. Hot underscore facts underscore with underscore Reese underscore, and that's at Hot Facts with Reese. That's what it is on Twitch. But man, people, this is what it is. I hope that everyone, when they watch, they tune in here and they really get what they're supposed to be listening to. Now, you can listen to everything and gain knowledge from everywhere, but there are some key things that you just should not be without in your arsenal. Okay? You should never be without knowledge, economics, history, go-getterness. Okay? Go-getterness, and think about yourself. Think about yourself. What would you do? Just ask yourself, what would you do? Because a lot of people do what someone else would do. So just ask yourself, what would I really do? You know what I mean? We got final thoughts right here. Really understand what profit is, your profit margin. Understand really what you are bringing in and what you are forgetting to bring in when tax time comes. All right. With that being said, you guys already know what it is. Until the next caper. By the way, these were shots fired. These were shots fired. These were shot fired. For anyone, when you go back and watch this and you really break it down, anything you say about the news channel here is balagna. Fake like baloney. We bring it real. We bring it raw. Way real with it. Okay? All right? We got them crying out there. If so, I don't care. All the people that know what the real is, they do this. We out of here like Chuck Woolery and two. Listen to my theme music. We out.